In this video, I'll be talking you through the TBIconneCT Clinician Manual, which is now available for clinicians to purchase through ASB. The manual comes together with a USB stick, which has PowerPoint files, printable resources, and videos which can be used to support delivery of the program. Opening up the manual, you'll find that the first section is an introduction. In this section, we answer questions related to who would be a suitable participant for the program, how to implement the program, and some practical considerations about delivering the program via telehealth. We also have included here a step-by-step guide about how to get up and running with using the program with an individual client. There are also some resources here about assessment and about setting goals. Part of this section is also a list of conversation topics, just as examples. As the program does involve weekly practice of conversations both in and out of sessions, it can be helpful to have a list of topics to draw upon, although of course it's often helpful to use topics that are of specific interest to the person who you're working with. We also have here a list of example communication challenges. One of the aspects of the program involves planning together at the end of each session a communication challenge which the person you're working with is going to take on during the week. The communication challenge is about extending communication skills into new contexts or taking on a communication task that the person wouldn't usually do. Again, these ideas are provided as suggestions, but of course can be tailored to whatever's relevant to the individual person you're working with. In the final section of the introduction, we've included some more information around conversation recording, including some suggestions around troubleshooting common issues with recording, such as participants feeling uncomfortable with having their conversation recorded. Next, we get into the module content. This is organised into 10 modules delivered across 10 sessions. The structure of each module is quite similar, so as an example, let's just have a look together at Module 5, which is about collaboration. The first thing you'll see at the start of each module is a checklist. This explains the aim of the session, the processes, and the key content which should be included within the session. There's also here a pre-session checklist which outlines the steps needing to be done by the clinician in advance of the session. Next, we get into the content of the session. This is structured around a PowerPoint presentation which is included as content on your USB stick. Within the manual, we have notes alongside each of the PowerPoint slides which are intended to guide delivery of the session. The icons are markers of what kinds of tips we're giving you here. So this icon indicates some tips about what to say. This icon is some tips about what to do. This icon is indicating we're providing some options about what to do next. And this icon indicates some information about tailoring delivery of this slide to the person's needs. I'll just flip through the remaining pages for this module to give you an overview of what the full session looks like. At the end of each module, you'll find a session summary page. This also comes as a printable document on the USB stick. On this page, you would be summarising the key points discussed in the session. For example, for this page, you have some space to highlight the key strategies relating to collaboration or teamwork. You can work together with the client and their communication partner to decide on 2 practice conversation topics, what they're going to focus on during those practice conversations, and a communication challenge task to take on during the week. The last part of each module is extra resources. These pages include more information about the content covered in the session and sometimes some additional resources or worksheets. You may find these extra resources helpful for you as a clinician to get a better understanding of the content in the session, And for some clients, you may actually choose to provide them with copies of some of these extra resources if it would be relevant to them. For example, in this module, we provide more detailed information about collaboration, some more specific details of how aspects of collaboration link to the video examples used in the session, and lastly, some exercises which were useful to some of the people who we worked with in this program. At the end of the manual, you'll find an appendix with some extra resources. Again, those are available on the USB stick as printable documents. You'll see here that this includes conversation assessment tasks, pre-training interview questionnaires to help you gather information about what's happening for the participants in conversations, a goal template, an appointment schedule, a data collection template, an achievement log for tracking positive changes, and a goals tracking template for monitoring progress on the specific goals set for the program. If you have any further questions about TBIconneCT, feel free to get in touch with me using the contact details within the video description below.